My check. This is a short, sad story. Entitled Father's Eyes. We gain our strength from those close to us. The story reveals how determination and hard work together with support from our family is the most important after all. Bob Richards, the former boat champion, shares a motivating story about a skinny young boy who loved football and with all his heart. Practice after practice, he eagerly gave everything he had. But being half the size of the other boys, he got absolutely nowhere. At all the games, this lovely athlete sat on the bench and hardly ever played. This teenager lived alone with his father, and the two of them had a very special relation. Even though the son was always on the bench, his father was always in the stand cheering. He never missed a game. This young man was still the smallest of the class when he entered high school, but his father continued to encourage him, but also made it very clear that he did not have to play football if he didn't want to. But the young man loved football and decided to hang in there. He was determined to try to his best at every practice, and perhaps he'd get to play when he became a senior. And all through high school, he never missed a practice nor a game but remained at the bench. Warmer all for 4 years. His faithful father was always in the stand, always with words of encouragement for him. When the young man went to college, he decided to try out for the football team and walk on. Everyone was sure he could never make the cut, but he did. The coach knew that he kept him there on the roster because he always put his heart and soul to every practice, and at the same time provided the other members with the spirit and hustle they badly needed. The news he had survived the crowd thrilled him so much that he had rushed to the nearest phone and called his father. His father shared his excitement and was sent season tickets for all the college games. The persistent young athlete never missed practice during his 4 years at college, but he never got to play the game. It was the end of his senior football season, and he has strutted onto the practice field shortly before the big playoff game. The coach met him with a telegram. The young man read the telegram and he became deadly silent. Swallowing hard, he mumbled to the coach, My father died this morning. Is it alright if I miss practice today? The coach put his arm gently around his shoulder and said, Take the rest of the week off, son, and don't even plan to come back to the game on Saturday. Saturday arrived and the game was not going well. In the third quarter, when the team was 10 points behind, a silent young man quite slipped into the empty locker room and put on his football gears. As he ran onto the sidelines, the coach and his player were astounded to see the young man. The coach pretended not to hear him. There was no way he wanted his work player in this close playout game. But the young man persisted, and finally feeling sorry for the kid, the coach gave it. Alright, he said, you can go on. Before long, the coach, the player, and everyone in the stands could not believe their eyes. The little unknown who had never played before was doing everything right. The opposing team could not stop him. He ran, he passed, blocked, and tackled like a star. His team began to triumph. His team began to triumph. The score was soon tied in the closing the game. Second of the game, the kid intercepted a pass and ran all the way for the winning touchdown. The fans broke loose. His teammates hoisted onto his shoulders such cheering he never had. Finally, after the stand was empty and the team has showered and left the locker room, the coach noticed that this young man was sitting quietly in the corner all alone. The coach came to him and said, Kid, I can't believe it. You were fantastic. Tell me what you got into it. How did you do it? He looked at the coach with the tears in his eyes. Well, you know, my dad died, but did you know that my dad was blind? The young man swallowed down and forced a smile. Dad came to all my game, but today was the first time he could see me play, and I wanted to show him I could do it. That's all.